Welcome to Professionally Speaking Toastmasters. This video shows the impromptu portion of our meeting, what we call table topics. It's a great time to practice thinking on your feet. Think about a time when you're in a meeting and you weren't expecting to be called on, but you are called on and you have to say something. Think it up and say it quickly.
While traveling in Ireland, I was introduced to deep-fried candy bars. Could you share a junk food that you discovered while traveling, or even a junk food that you discovered as an adult? Connor.
I studied abroad in Australia for about 6 months. I was right in the heart of downtown Sydney, and they had this pie shop, sort of like a hole in the wall where they sold these miniature meat pies. And they had all sorts of different variety of flavors, but I only ever tried one and stuck with that one flavor because it was so delicious. It was a yellow chicken curry meat pie, and they would top it with mashed potato or a scoop of mashed potatoes, a scoop of mashed peas, and then drown it in gravy. And I would have that probably once a week. And it was just absolutely delicious. Now that I guess we're talking about it, that's definitely something I want to try and maybe make in my own kitchen. Maybe I'll try that this weekend. Thanks for the question, Sarah.
The high rate of obesity in our country could indicate that there is also a high rate of people that make choices that are not good for them. If life is so short, why do people do so many things that are not good for us? Let's go to Jeff.
Why do we do things that are harmful to us? It's because we like them, and it's a fix. For some of us, it might be our only vice. And one thing that I don't talk about a social stigma, as one who doesn't drink or do drugs, anything else, but I sure love the fat foods and the foods that put some weight on. People look at me and think I'm lazy, and I'm anything but lazy. And I'm afraid for that. And again, the one vice I might have is go grab a sugar, go grab a Reese's, go grab this or that. And I've actually learned how to cut that out. And it's sad that there is a stigma, but maybe it's a good stigma that, hey, we need to knock this out. But why do we do it was your question. And the answer is because it feels good and it's a fix. And we can do things in moderation. And some of us need to learn better how to do things in moderation, but that's why we do things that are harmful to us. It feels good, it's fun, it's pleasurable, it's a quick, shiny, bright fix, and that we learn to regret moments later or the next day later. That, oh my goodness, I'll never do that again, right? Until the next weekend or the next day, or the next time you pass a candy bar at the checkout aisle that makes it very convenient. So we like it, we do it because we like it, and we do it because it's fun. Let's not deny that. We just need to, as Anne spoke about, learn about the consequences of these quick fixes that we are so inclined to go to. Thank you.
I just want to, before I get started, I want to ask our guest, Stu, are you willing to participate in Table Topics today? Great. And Jeannie, are you wanting to participate? Okay, great. What is the best thing you ever purchased that was under $50? Jeannie.
The best thing I have ever purchased under $50. Actually, it's annoying me right this minute because it's a kitten. I just got a kitten, and actually it's not free because you pay for all its shots and everything. But our neighbor down the street had kittens, and they came to me like 4 weeks after they were born and said, the mother has disappeared. So my daughter said, let's take a couple just to feed them. So we started feeding them with syringes and everything. And I was not going to keep another cat. I have a dog and a cat, and I thought, no. But this little kitten, I wish that right now it's in my garbage and if I reached it, but it has brought so much entertainment. Those things that are free in life, I never would have thought that just a little kitten could, well, he also causes a lot of trouble, and my hands are a little scratched up, but he's under $50 and he just brings me so much joy.
If you can go back in time to your 15-year-old self, what financial advice would you give them? And I'm going to direct that to,
I'm an engineer. I've always been that way. I'm not necessarily the best with money, although I did have to learn how to balance a checkbook growing up in the 70s. If I could go back to that age, what could I do to benefit myself? It would probably be throw money into a retirement account and don't take any of it out. Just keep putting it in and putting it in and putting it in. Now, when I was 15, they didn't have 401ks. You had to read a prospectus and do an investment, and it was a lot of work. And I remember seeing other people doing it. And I was just too lazy to look into all of that. When I was 11 and was a paper boy, I saved up $300 and bought a motorcycle. So I feel like I was probably pretty good about fairly well with money. And now my wife and I have had some disagreements about money, and the way we've solved it is an allowance. So I've gone back to being like a 15-year-old, and I give myself a cash allowance. And when the cash is gone, then I don't spend any more money. And I have asked for an advance once or twice. So if I could go back in time, it would be invest in your retirement. Madam Table Topic Master. To learn more about our club, please check out our other videos.